Hey, Queenie.
How are you? Do you realize what's happening in 4 days?
Yes. Merry Christmas. Merry
I know.
Christmas,
Merry
everyone.
Christmas to everybody. This has been amazing. And as much as it seemed for me like Groundhog Year just kept dragging on, I
Yes.
think that we are literally to Christmas is unbelievable. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing really good. As you can see, I've got my cookie picture behind me.
Oh my gosh, you've been a busy girl.
We did batch number one. We've got batch number two coming up here in the next couple of days. So we had to
I've
do it two parts because we got kids working and not
got,
everybody can do it together this year.
I was going to say, I've got a list of 180, what is it, 82 or 84 members that are waiting for deliveries.
Oh, that's nice. I'll
Don't,
get back to you
yeah,
on that.
don't forget my address.
I'll
Before.
I'll get back to you on that. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
yeah, yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, well, I actually used to do that as a business, and and this actually is one of the recipes I used to use. But
You did?
yeah, yeah. So I used to be a baker. I used to own a.
Wow. And honestly, that's amazing. And but it's one of those kind of things, what haven't you done? Right? Hope we didn't lose Doc for permanent. Hope we didn't at all because you never know what's happening with bandwidth and Christmas. Hopefully a lot of the
Used to have.
school
There
these.
you are. Oh,
I
there
didn't know
you are. There
which
you are. I lost you.
I know which of us was going away. I wasn't quite sure. Yeah, but you did what kind of things did you bake?
I baked cheesecakes.
Oh,
The name of my business was called Tidbits, so it was bite size. So I did truffles. I did cheesecake. I did
oh my
the cream
gosh.
cheese sugar cookies. Those are my main three that I got the most. You know, the truffles was probably number one. Cheesecake was two. The cookies were three. So yeah,
Oh my goodness. That really does sound amazing. How long ago was this?
it was about 8, 9 years ago.
Oh
It was
gosh.
right in. It actually was right towards the beginning of when I got sick. And then I had to give up the baking business. Gee, I mean, as a baker, you have to taste test everything, and I was
Hello.
allergic. Yeah, allergic to dairy and gluten. So I mean, I was killing myself.
Is
So
there dairy and gluten in cheesecake?
yeah,
No, say no.
not unless you make a vegan cheesecake, and I really don't want to venture down that road. I don't even know what that would taste like. I'm sure, that's for somebody else.
Yeah. So those cookies that were behind you a minute ago, are those Dr. Laura approved or are they Kathy Weaver Love 'em approved?
Well, it depends on what the definition of Dr. Laura approved is. But
Okay.
I mean, I always teach everything in moderation, and it is the holidays, and we don't go totally overboard. We only do two batches, which of course they're double batches. But
Well, for
but those, yeah, those,
a family of five, you
yeah,
have to go double batches. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. But those are cream
They look
cheese
amazing.
sugar cookies. And then our tradition, our family, and my mom used to do this. We used to put the sprinkle stuff on them, so that's what we do. We don't frost them. We do the sprinkles. So I let the kids
Like you had a
decorate.
lot of help in your kitchen.
Yes, I actually had a lot of help yesterday, which was great. So we're gonna do it again probably on Wednesday.
My
So
goodness. Well, I
yeah.
don't want to go another minute without once again thanking everybody who attended Doc's birthday party because that
Yes.
was fun. Our Zoom call was, oh my gosh, people were still chiming in after it had ended as far as wishing you a happy birthday. And I hope your celebration was joyous.
It was, and I, second that thank you. It was, meant a lot to me that everybody was showing up, and then just everybody wishing me happy birthday.
Yeah.
It was fun. A lot of us don't get a lot of time to talk or chat or anything, and
Yeah.
I covet the happy birthdays. It was fun to see who was wishing me happy birthday. So
And
I
isn't that
appreciated
fun
it.
now? Honestly, some people are knowing that Groundhog Year has been different as far as our celebrations, and we can't go here, we can't go there. Well, I don't look at it as a can't go. I look at it as a how am I going to learn new platforms so I can hook us all up?
Yep. And I'm still on vacation, so I'm
Yeah,
I'm just having fun regardless of
you
where
are
we are and what.
One heck of a vacation, my friend.
Yeah, it's too
Yeah.
bad I'm not a billionaire. I'd be on vacation all the time.
Well, that could be next on your list, by the way. We had so
You never know.
week, and the birthday party, of course, was super fun. Followed up by bingo. Are you kidding me?
Yes.
And
That was fun.
oh my gosh, what a total blast! We had amazing prizes and phenomenal sponsors, and I really mean it. This has grown. One of my coaches from Las Vegas, Missy Day, was on with us as one of the sponsors, and I wanted to make sure I get the date right since you know me and numbers. Our next bingo party is actually set up, if you can believe this is happening, January 19th, 2021. So can you believe that one? And I bet that'll be here before you know it too.
Oh my gosh, yes. So, we've had a few people sign up to be sponsors, and we are always open for more. So, shout out to us to sponsor.
You know what I was thinking too, especially since it's January, if anyone chooses to, and you'd like to sponsor, just connect with Doc or with me. And if you
So, face is but in your name. Oh, I think I lost her again. There you are.
yeah, don't you love the site?
I'm losing you again.
Monday at high noon. That really is the deal. There's something about Monday at high noon that all of a sudden all the internet's like, yeah. What would you think about this, Doc, if we actually had the sponsors do basically their white elephant gifts from Christmas?
That would be great.
Wouldn't that be fun?
That would be a lot of fun.
Because a lot of people keep saying, what kind of gifts should I get? Yes. Well, the choices are vast and 1,000,000% up to you. And that's $1 million. It's not recorded. Let's just go there. And it's not online other than Zoom, but that's just between us. So if you want to do a white elephant gift and you'd like to sponsor, that would be super fun because I am all over one man's junk is another man's treasure. And I just love to see things not only recycle,
yes,
that whole thing, but I love that.
I do too. So yeah, so go ahead.
I was just going to say, speaking of, I know that you have been super busy besides baking, that your construction project in your home is coming along beautifully.
It is. And of course, I forgot to get a picture to put up.
I was just wondering because I thought that was getting closer. Oh, my bells. Don't you love that?
Yeah.
That was getting closer.
I'm Bellis.
Bellis.
I'm Bellis.
Bella.
Yeah, Bellis.
You just called her. Yeah.
Well, she's just laying here being lazy.
She's just waiting for you to drop one of those cookies. I just wondered how the construction project was going because you said you were going to even work on that after your birthday party.
Yeah, actually, I made great big headway on construction. I mudding and taping the ceiling. It's about 3/4 painted right now. And Jim is putting the cabinets. He's installing the cabinets today and tomorrow, hopefully. And the countertop. And then I let him hang the lights and all of that too, because he knows how to do that kind of stuff. And got one section to go on painting and mudding and taping, but it'll be done here hopefully by the end. I'm probably by the end of the year. We've been sitting on this for over, I will admit, 2 years, and that's a long time, but we've been just so busy. So this has been fun to put it all together. And then
the good news is when you're busy, you don't have time for the fun stuff. And
yeah, I was gonna say, and then the fun. Right. Yeah. And then for me, even more fun is I get to buy all little tchotchke stuff that goes with it because it is a coffee bar. And so we'll get to put coffee stuff, and I'm going to buy some carpeting. I've already got the carpeting picked out. And yeah, so it's going to be really nice, I think. And put up the black backsplash and all that. So
we're going to have a christening.
So I thrive on
the estate.
Yes.
That would be fun
yes.
Too.
We'll have our coffee.
And
yes. So thank you for asking.
Show you what I got.
Oh my gosh, I've got the same thing. Where did you get that?
I know, isn't that cool? All these lights are making sense. But this is actually our Doc and Queenie logo from the one and only Karen Reyes. Oh my gosh, don't you love that? Ah. That looks.
Yes. I don't know about you. Am I cutting in and out, Queenie? Because you're
Oh,
cutting in and out big
I was
time.
going to say today is so hard. Yeah, it really is. But these are so beautiful. I love them. I mean,
Well, I just couldn't resist.
our logo is
couldn't
going
resist,
far and wide, even etched now. And so when Santa makes a special,
Yep, it was etched.
I love.
Oh.
Yeah, honestly, and that's what I mean. Thank you very much. I love it. Cheers.
You are more. Yes, cheers. It's a good excuse for water, you know?
It is, and it's a good excuse for coffee because that's what made me think about it with your coffee bar. And then, like I say, our logo has gone far and wide, and it's just so fun. And Karen Reyes also gave us our words for the year, which I was just blown away. And then the caddy coasters, the cup coasters, as I call them, that go in your car. And that was super fun. I mean, it's been Christmas already, and it's not even 4 days from now. But who's?
I know, it's been awesome.
Yeah.
That's why I love where my birthday is placed. Thank you, God.
Yes. Yes. And I love where my birthday's placed too, because not only do I not tell anybody, but I'm going back by 10s. And one of my grandchildren decided maybe I should go back by 20s.
Wow. Well, I'm not really sure.
I think that
We'll have to talk about that.
that multiplication thing is going really well for some of them.
So what else is new, Queenie? What's new in your world?
Well,
what did you do this past week?
Our community is growing by leaps and bounds, and that is amazing. And that piece right there is, again, why we want to thank everybody. We have been so excited. Dr. Sabre Coop was our guest live on Friday. And I'm serious, Doc. Wasn't that overwhelming? That lady is actually on fire. And it's so awesome to hear her story. And if you didn't get a chance to catch it on live on Facebook, we put it in our Doc and Queenie page, and I posted it on my LinkedIn a minute ago, and I tagged Dr. Sabre and Dr. Laura. So if you're not connected with either of these rock stars on LinkedIn, just click the link, and that's why I made the connections live, so you'd be able to find either of them, both of them, quickly. She's amazing. I mean, honestly.
She really is. She's a really neat person. And, everybody we've had this year on Guest Live, I just love them all, and they've all contributed. It's just been great. They've all are great people. And, we're already booked out a couple of weeks into the next year. So, if anybody is brave enough to sit with the two of us.
James, think very, very carefully before you say yes.
Very carefully, but no, it gives everybody a good chance, 10 to 15 minutes to talk about their business and a little bit about themselves. Because, really the connection, as you know, Queenie, the connection is not necessarily the business. It's who we are. Yes. It's our stories. It's, that's the connection. That's what networking and connection is all about. So
I think that piece is such a vital part of the Doc and Queenie community. To think that you and I met networking a year and a half ago, which is impossible to imagine. And we survived Groundhog Year, not even being able to network in person. And look how—
Still talking.
Yeah. Yeah. And look, community has grown. I mean, that's the piece that's so amazing to me. People have met on the Doc and Queenie page that didn't know each other before. People have met at our bingo parties that didn't know each other before. And we're hosting the bingos once a month, and we do need sponsors. It just gives you a chance for people to get to know each other. I love this. I seriously do.
Oh yeah, I do too. We're both, that's a similarity with us. Even though we're oil and water, we do love connecting. And it's all about,
I wanted to actually
and getting to know everybody.
I wanted to ask you to share a bit about your excitement. I know with your website, your podcast, your YouTube channel, things are growing like crazy for RevDoc7.com. So tell us a little bit about what's going on in your business world. Hopefully I didn't lose you again.
Okay. I'm still here. I'm still here. Can you hear me?
I can hear you now.
Okay. I'm taking a guess at what you said. So okay. This will make it interesting today. I'm taking a guess because I think you said podcast, website, what's going on?
In your business, yeah.
So actually, business, okay. That's what I thought. It was an educated guess.
Educated.
But no, things are, they're a little quiet, educated. Things are a little quiet because of the holidays, because we're all, gathering together with family and all that. But I actually have been posting a little bit on my podcast. And I've got one coming up. It'll be posted or pushed tomorrow. It's called about fish. So, and that does attach to Christmas.
Wow.
So if all y'all can figure that one out, who knows? So that's happening. And actually, next week I'm meeting with a group of people, and we're going to be talking about podcasting. I will probably post it here in the next couple of days. A group of us are going to be talking about podcasting and how that works. So that part has been fun. And then, I do my YouTubes here and there. I've got my YouTube channel is revdoc7.com or revdoc7. My website is revdoc7.com. And as everybody probably knows, if you've been on here before, I have my doctorate in traditional naturopathy, which means I'm a natural health and wellness practitioner. And I'm different from, I don't give out medications. I just educate people on preventative, how to prevent health problems. And if you've got health problems, let's figure it out and solve it. I'm not into cutting radiation and medication. So that's kind of me in a nutshell. And I'm also a member of the Queenie's Miracles with Water, because I do believe in all around health, and water is a biggie. If we don't have really good water, we're going to have problems. So I'm flipping it over to you, Queenie.
You know how much I love the flip, Doc. You know how much I love the flip. Speaking of, it's always amazing to me. Seriously, this is when we were in Los Angeles for one of our award ceremonies, and obviously when we could travel. But this is actually our home office, and it's one of those things I have learned over the years of networking, that you don't ask permission, you ask forgiveness. So in our company, obviously everything, there's a counter and a space between, and the staff stays over here and fills your order. And even before COVID stuff, obviously everything is kind of antiseptic and fabulous, and you get your water over here by all the stations, and the staff helps you get your machine over here. So everything is kind of segregated, separate. And so I saw this fantastic display, and that way you get to see which machine you're buying, and they're real hello. And so I thought, wouldn't this be a cool picture to take back to Kansas City? So I literally stepped behind the counter, had one of my friends take the picture out, and before they even knew what hit them, I already had it. So they were just like, hello. I said, I know, just 1 second. This is going back to Kansas City. It would be so amazing. And for the people that wouldn't be able to go to LA office. But I every time I see this picture, I remember the joy of seeing it back. And again, this is probably a year or two ago. Back in the day, everybody is standing in line outside, like winding around the street to get their gallon of Kangen water, because you can only get a gallon a day. And so, because they didn't want people stocking up, plus it would take too long to get all these people cycled through. So when we say we give away free water, right, we really give away free water. You get a 2-week supply of water when you come to any of our private homes. Many people offer to do that. Not everyone can or will, but I paid 2 weeks worth of free water. And so literally you get to see what the water will do for you. And I love that experience, because hello networking, when I meet someone and they find out I give away free water, there are very few people who don't want to try it, who don't want to see what it'll do for them. And then when they see this picture and all the different machine choices, I actually have several here in my house so they can actually see, touch, feel, how heavy is it. They're about 12 pounds actually. And so it just depends on which person wants which machine. And Doc, I'm trying to see, I think yours is this one.
Yes.
And mine is that.
Unless
that might be
yours
it, right?
Is that one.
Yeah. And so, and then I have the, as we call it over here, it's hard to do things backwards. But honestly, that way people can actually see it. And that has helped too.
Oh gosh, yeah.
Giving away the water is just a cool experience, because you have taught me that air, water, and food are foundational to good health. We can't do severely much about our air when we're outside walking or relaxing or whatever goes on outside. But once you get inside your home, you've taught me a lot of things with air ionization and things like that. And then the water ionization piece, obviously, and then the gorgeous produce behind you. And that is just, I mean, it's magnificent. Learning to eat something that's living, enzymatic, that whole drill. And it goes so well with the water business. So I do think, even though you and I are oil and water in so many areas, it's a cool thing how our businesses actually fit together.
Yes, and those veggies behind me, those were at your house. Remember when we did that little cooking
Oh my gosh,
video?
peek at the guy out. Yes, I do. Yeah, you said we're actually going to use your cave room, Queenie, and I went, uh-oh,
Got nervous.
this is not going to go well.
Got nervous,
You,
but I pushed you anyways.
you were in charge, and as soon as you were in charge, I knew we'd be okay. Yeah, I remember that. My goodness. Yeah.
Yeah.
Even,
Yes, but you know, well, and the water, like you say, it's foundational for both of us. And
I lost my bells.
you lost your bells. I don't have any bells today, but we're different on that one too. I
Yeah.
keep, you know, it's funny looking in the reflection. Yeah, it's
It is
amazing. I can back
accurate.
up my car.
Yeah. I'm looking at those tomatoes because those are the ones you grew, my friend.
Yes,
Wow.
yes, those are from my garden. The onion was not, but everything else, the cilantro and the tomatoes were from the garden.
I
Yeah, I
remember
put in
that. Wow.
20 to 25. And actually, I'll be doing a video here in the next couple of weeks because I will be going through seed catalogs and picking out my next batch for, you know, what's coming up this year. So already.
Oh my God.
So,
And
yeah.
honestly, Doc, I hope you know, and I mean this with all my heart, your YouTube channel, the reason I like YouTube so much is because even when I'm doing a training or a trying to actually learn how to assemble something, or even the videos, or how to even do Zoom and Facebook Live and all those things, yeah, good luck with that. I literally go through the YouTube channels, because then you can pause, take a look, write it down,
Yes.
give it a try, go again, and keep implementing what you just learned. You're very good about the gardening piece, for those of us who don't know a clue about that stuff. But I never knew, the coolest thing that you've taught me so far, and there's a zillion, is garlic scapes. I didn't even know the term, less what to do with them. And then I started cooking with them. I can't even tell you how awesome that is for somebody who loves garlic as much as I do.
Oh gosh. Yeah, you know, and I learned that just from growing garlic. You know, I've actually grown garlic over the past probably 10 years, but
Oh my
yeah,
gosh.
garlic scapes and all that fun. So yeah,
It is
it's,
super fun. And
you
I,
know, there's something to learn from everybody. There's
yeah,
something to learn from everybody.
yeah, because your YouTube channel is spectacular. And it seriously is.
Thank you.
I really mean that. And the good news is, for anybody watching, I really, really, really appreciate the support on my YouTube channel. I am in
Yes.
for 100 subscribers, because then you can claim your own.
Where are you at?
74. And
Wow, that's awesome.
74. And that is, I can't even believe it, because I know when we started asking on the Doc and Queenie page, if anyone would like to, here's how to get on my page and please subscribe. I can't believe how fast this has gone. And I really do love it. Behind me is the gorgeous garlic that you gave me, and the onions that you gave me from your garden.
And the potatoes too.
Oh,
Got
my-
the taters in there too. We did purple potatoes. Yeah.
Purple potatoes even, which I also had never heard of. And so I just thought, oh my gosh. So I made a fresh salad, and then I had the garlic and the olive oil, and the house smelled incredible. And since then, you have actually grown rosemary and thyme and one more, basil. Yes.
Basil. Yep.
And that
Those are indoors right now, and those are struggling a little bit. My rosemary likes to be outside, so I lose half the plant until we get to the end of March, and then I put him back outside, and he jumps back. Yeah, but it's a bush now. It's getting harder. It's probably, I don't know. It's huge. It's huge. I can't. I wish I could show it. It's huge. But you know, we were talking. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I just was wondering, that's the other thing that you have said, when you do all your gardening outside and that's your zen, what happens when you bring some of that in to work on it? It doesn't do as well just because of the fake air.
No.
Okay.
Yeah. And it's cold, you know, and drafty. Our windows are drafty, and then they don't have the sunlight that they need, you know, and that's even with fertilizing and all of that. that stuff. It's a challenge, but I'll figure it out someday. But I was going to mention, we were talking about YouTube channels.
Uh-huh.
With your YouTube channel, and thank you everybody for helping her get to 100 and keep spreading the word on that. It's been amazing for people subscribing, but also you've got your books on there, your networking books are on there, and I do believe Doc and Queenie's on there, and just a
Yes.
whole bunch of stuff. So it's a lot of fun to look at your YouTube channel. And are you through with both books on
I
YouTube?
haven't published all the chapters yet.
Okay.
There's one, and the reason I haven't is because it's kind of like drum roll please kind of thing. I've recorded several ahead, and thanks to people like Stephanie Zimmerman, who taught me a little bit of the nuances of these channel things. She also taught me about playlists and things like that. So of course I YouTubed it to look up the playlist on YouTube. There you go. And so how to do that so you can categorize everything together. The books will be, and I'm even going to record the grief book, actually, the journey through grief. And because the hospice and palliative care centers and even the funeral directors have been getting that just because of my hashtags, which is amazing to me. But the purple one, post quarantine, is all the chapters are on that playlist. Now that I know what a playlist is, and the orange one, I'm on chapter 1 of the teens, and so I have a few more to personally record. But some of them are just locked right now. So it's amazing how user-friendly YouTube is and how it actually helps you with your publication, people finding you, the hashtags, all that stuff. If somebody doesn't know how to do that, I really mean it. I think we learn from each other. And Doc, I have learned so much from you. Enzymatic eating, nervous system, breathing, all of those things. And you've been doing this stuff forever, and learning new things really does rock my world. I love that.
Yeah, likewise, ditto. Yeah, it's all, I'm broken record, connection, but it is. And shout out to everybody, again, thank you for building Queenie's subscribers. And then, and on my, podcast,
Oh my gosh.
my listens,
Yeah.
the podcasting element, and I'm not going to get too much detail into it, but it's difficult.
Don't make
yeah. I say it's difficult on the platforms to really see how many quote unquote listeners that you have, and they have these algorithms that take guesses, and I've been fooling around with that trying to figure it out, but I actually look at the number of listens, and I'm pushing 850.
Oh my gosh.
Even a year. So it's been fun. It's fun to see that. And then like we talk about our reach. I was looking at my list today. We've got UK, Ireland, Australia, India, and then Scotland was in there. I'm trying to remember some of the others. I'm just like, wow, that's kind of crazy. You don't think outside your little world, but whether people realize it, and maybe this is just a tip for networking and business owners, everybody's watching, and it could be here or across the sea. People are watching.
They really are. I do think the hashtags are super important because you've done so great at that too.
Well, thank you. I love to hashtag, but I'm trying to look up my reach here on it's not going to give it to me. Here we go. Germany, Hungary, United Kingdom, Ireland, Australia, Singapore, and Canada.
Wow.
I'm just like, okay. And thank you if you're listening now. It's just fun. It's a lot of fun.
It really does make our world smaller. And the cool thing for me is some of the coaching groups I'm in, some of the national women's entrepreneur groups I'm in, all of those things. And then we connect each other. You find a group, I find a group. It's amazing. And for those of you watching now, you'll be able to see that Doc and I have posted behind us, Doc and Queenie, fabulous logo. Thank you, Karen, with a bit of embellishment, as well as a new word up there, which is Bible trivia. You'll notice that Rev Doc 7, the first part is Rev, and Dr. Laura is actually an ordained minister. And so she's obviously going to be the part of the Bible trivia. I will be the fluff piece probably, but we're going to actually start our Bible trivia evenings on January 7th. So we're going to do them on Thursday nights. Wednesday was already taken as far as a lot of people go to church either online, sometimes in person. It's choir practice for a lot of people. So we decided not to interfere with that and to kind of give you a Monday Doc and Queenie live. A guest live will be sprinkled in as a surprise during the week. Bingo will be once a month, and then Bible trivia will be weekly. So we're going to have special messages from Dr. Laura and scripture readings, things like that. So if you'd like to join us, it's only going to be about an hour. It's not going to be a long, arduous thing. So stay tuned to our page. I'm so excited for this, Doc. You have been amazing as far as also teaching me pieces of the scripture part and connecting me with some of your church online that your church actually does now. I love that.
Well, thank you. And likewise, Queenie, you've taught me a lot about, staying the course and staying even, and God's got this, through this time, through this difficult time. It's great that we can all come together, and we're super excited.
Yeah.
It's for such a time as this. We're all born for a reason and a
That's
season.
a clue, by the way, for anybody listening, anointed and appointed for a time such as this. So stay tuned to Doc. She's got some cool things.
Queenie.
Yeah.
Wrong way.
Yeah. Oh, I'm with her.
You think I get used to it, but obviously I can't.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, the things that we have learned, honestly, is such a trial and error piece. But Guest Live and the bingo is a chance for each of you to share about your business or anything that you want to talk about. You get about a minute on bingo and about 10 or 15 on the Guest Live. We'd love, love, love to have the members of our community become larger pieces as far as actually acting with the group. And then once you're live and we post it on different platforms, Lord willing that the recording stuff and all that works. That's always my disclaimer. You have a disclaimer with the name pronunciation, and I do a major technology disclaimer. So there you go. But we're not going to record the Bible trivia. It's just an opportunity to be on Zoom and just probably Zoom. We're not sure about that yet either, but it's going to be an opportunity for you to just be on and just be fed a little bit, because like I said,
and you don't have to be a Bible scholar,
No.
I mean,
thank goodness.
we're going to try not to make it hard. And then also we're going to throw a little Bible history in there, and it'll look like a Bible trivia history study, however, which way it flows.
Yes, absolutely.
So, it's all of us connecting and then talking about God and his word. And there's so much to open up in the Bible. It's incredible. And it's fun to learn with other people and get their perspectives. So I'm super excited too.
This is the piece of you that a lot of people haven't seen yet. And that's the part I love. Thus the RevDoc7.com is because.
Thank you for that, Queenie.com.
Yeah, .com. The Rev part of you, honestly, is so awesome because your journey is cool. And once people get to know you that way, it's very awesome to see how that you actually put scripture into daily life. And so for everyone now and on the replay, do connect with us and stay connected on the group page. Share it with your friends who need a lifeline, if you will, because this is not obviously Groundhog Year, holy moly, but a lot of things are happening in the world. And I do think we need to stay connected. So again, anointed and appointed for a time such as this is a clue to what the first week will look like. So do stay tuned for what is coming up in the Doc and Queenie community, let's say. I love that. And you look great.
Thank you. And I love your bells there, Queenie.
Yeah. Yeah. These are probably things we can play that nobody shuts us down.
Yeah. Please. No, but we're asking, spread the word, bring more friends in, like our YouTube pages, which is Kathy Weaver KC and RevDoc7. And then I forgot about that one. Oh, shucks. I didn't put my mask up there unless you have a picture of my mask too, Queenie.
Let me see.
I'm afraid.
If I do.
I'm afraid.
Do not be afraid. That is on the Queenie page, by the way. So think about that also. But that is, let me see if I do. No, I actually don't think I put it on here. I was afraid.
The closest I've got is our turkey hats.
Oh my
God. See, you can even see the steam coming out of the timer.
Yeah.
So we had fun with those. That was off of that was actually because I don't know.
Messenger.
Yeah, because we were I had lost my phone for a whole entire week, and so we were on Messenger, and of course, we're playing with different hats and stuff. And I love that picture. I do believe that's from Grace Strawn, isn't it? That picture.
I'd like to say this is an original compilation, but yes, it's from our fabulous Grace Strong. And yeah, when she took this, I said, darling, I need to steal it. She goes, go ahead. And I just went, oh my gosh, even permission. And I love it.
It's gorgeous.
The color's magnificent. She captured it so perfectly. And that lady has an eye for color like I just can't believe. And
well, and I think that's her hometown. And correct us if we're incorrect, Grace, but I think that's her hometown because I think from what I remember, it's on a river. And they,
wow, I
decorate
don't know that. I hope she'll chime in on our page to let us know.
Yeah.
When you see this recording on Doc and Queenie, the group page, Grace, if you let everybody know actually where this is. I thought it was local in Lenexa, but maybe not. So
I could be wrong. I might be, mixing it all together. But
yeah, I just
no,
love it.
We love to have pictures of different places where we wish we could be. Of course, this day was cloudy, but yeah, that was in February at Daytona Beach with a friend of mine. Actually, our mascots, we haven't put our mascots up lately, but
our mascot's mommy. That's when you went to Daytona Beach, right?
Yes, and it was cold for them, and we were like jumping in the water. And everybody's looking at us like we were crazy. But yeah, Dave and Larry. Larry is my kitty, and Dave is your kitty.
Let me find my Dave.
Yeah. So shout out to Dave and Larry. They're there. The mascots of Doc
that's watching. Yeah. But those
in our right. I was gonna say our mascot mommy, if you're listening, if you could throw a Santa hat or something on them, maybe they'll celebrate New Year's with you. I'm not sure how well that's going to go, but
yeah, from what I know about cats, I'm sure they love to have costumes put on.
Oh, I'm sure they would.
Yeah, and also speaking of kitties, Grace, the fabulous Christmas light lady, has Sonny and Cher, and so I'm sure that Sonny and Cher would love to have Christmas all over their hats and costumes also. Doc, I appreciate so much the lighting ceremony that you did. And so anybody else, don't forget, if you put your lighting ceremony for your own Christmas lights on your Doc and Queenie group page, don't hesitate to share that with everybody. And if you decided to do a mask and decorate it, please share that in the community. That's a big deal also. Yes. Doc,
yes, we would love.
What is that?
I couldn't hear you. That actually is part of that is a table runner, part of my table runner, which I just love.
Wow.
And I just took, handmade. It was my mom's, and so I put that on my table every year.
Oh my gosh, that is attention to detail again.
Really cool. I don't know how to wash it. I'm kind of getting to that point because it does stay out at Christmas time, and that's the only time I use it. But it's starting to get a little wear and tear, and so I'm trying to figure out how to wash that. So I'll take suggestions from anybody out there.
Well, honestly, what I thought instantly was spritzing 11.5 on it and toothbrushing it.
Okay.
That's what
my biggest concern is that the dye will run because the reindeer is felt.
Oh, okay.
And I wish, I'll have to take another picture. Maybe we'll follow up with this, but the reindeer is felt, and then the middle of it is that material.
Burlap? Is it burlap?
Kind of. Yeah,
okay.
That's what it feels like a little bit, but it's definitely, and I've got it here on my table, but it's white in the middle.
Oh gosh. Okay. Yeah, we could end up with pink reindeer.
we have pink. Yeah. So I've been putting it off, and
I can see that. Yeah, that's a delicate little dance there. That's so.
But yeah, we would love if anybody would love to post, and I'm taking a guess because you cut out again. A lighting ceremony if you want. We don't even need to see your picture. And if you want to participate with something Christmassy or a hat or a mask. And I didn't post my mask, but my mask was tinsel.
Yes, you put it on the DQ page, so that's.
I did put it on DQ. Yeah, it was my daughter's idea because I said to her, "What are we gonna do? Because look at Queenie's mask," and she was laughing. And she's like, "Mom, I've got an idea." And so she wrapped my head in tinsel, and it was hard to breathe, and it was warm. And I'm like, "Hurry up and take the picture! I'm suffocating." So not sure that was a good mask.
Well, we're glad that you didn't suffocate. So that's news of all. So that's fantastic. We'd like to thank you all for joining us today. And again, we thank you from the bottom of our hearts for support
Yes.
of Doc and Queenie and our mission and now our ministry. And so please share this with your friends who might need a little connection. We call it Girl Chat with a Faith Twist, and our faithful friends on purpose. We thank you each and every day. And
Yes, we do.
Merry Christmas to you, and take us home, my friend.
Merry Christmas to everyone. May you be blessed at this holiday season, and maybe may you find joy in this holiday season. And we will catch you next week on Doc and Queenie Live at.
Hi, Nick.
Take care, everybody. See you later, Queenie.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Bye-bye.